The next item number 19, is internal plastering. This is also easy. Now in internal plastering, what you got to do is we are going to provide a plaster for vertical walls, right? So plastering on this wall, plastering on this wall, plastering on this wall, and plastering on this wall. For this case, we need the height of the wall, right? So all the heights of the wall, everything is been calculated. We already know from our previous calculations that the different heights of the walls. So it's not going to be tough, but we have to see where we have written these heights so that our calculations are going to go easy. So let us calculate first the length of the wall. Length of the wall easy to find because we know the dimensions of the room. Height of the wall we will find out, and then we will deduct for all these openings. Okay, consider as if it is a solid wall, and then we shall deduct for this opening. So let us calculate the height of the wall first. So now I have this sketch. These are room dimensions: 3 by 4, 1.5 is the width. This is a toilet area, lobby, kitchen and bedroom. So I have written the dimensions of the all the walls for so that we can finish it quickly. Now I have drawn elevation. I have drawn elevation of this wall. Okay, all these vertical walls over which the slab is sloping. So this is 4 meters. Okay, over this it is, so it is 4 meters. Now these heights are readily available. As I said, you have already calculated them, or you can use the architectural drawing, and get the heights. Now look at this. This is 4.305. As we know, the ridge height from the plinth level is 4.305. Am I right? Now minus the slab thickness, that is 0.125 is the slab thickness, you will get the proper height of the wall which is to be plastered. This is inclusive of the bottom of the beam, but not in coming in the part of the slab. Okay, so if this is slab, this is beam, this is wall. Okay, this is the plinth level. Then where you need to plaster is this part. Okay, this part you need to plaster and this part you need to plaster, and that is what I have done. I have got all those heights here. Similarly, near the eaves point here internally, I have got this as 3.455. okay, after using this calculations, here I have 3.58 minus, okay, this is inclusive of the slab thickness, minus 0.125, you get 3.455. Similarly, flat slab you can directly use. It is 2.8 here, 2800. okay, this is 2.8 here, so it is till here, this point. So this values are also available. So now we can quickly calculate the internal plastering. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to consider this wall. Let me do this. Yeah, this is visible. Okay, I will say living room. Now in living room I have two walls. Okay, two walls. Dimension of the wall, length is 3, width is dash. Okay, width is dash, and h is the height of the wall, which is 3.455. so I can say 3.46 because I have to round it up to 2 decimal places. 3.46. Same way, living room again, two sides. Okay, I can say a rectangular side, it is 4, and then this is also 3.46. Triangle, okay, this side, this is this part like this. Okay, this is a rectangle, this is 3 and this is 4. Fine. So triangular part, 2 into half, you know why it is, because it's a triangle. So 4, and height is 0.725. this we had already calculated. So this completes one room. Similarly, you have to complete other rooms. Okay, so let us do that. So we have calculations for all the remaining rooms. Now this is not the complete thing. You have to calculate all these values and you have to deduct for the openings. Okay, so we have calculated as it it is solid wall, you have to deduct for all these openings here. So let us do that. Deduct for doors, windows, openings. Okay, any openings you have to deduct. So let us calculate that. Before I forget, there's one small calculation which I missed out, that is this wall I haven't considered, right? Plastering of this wall is also important. Heights are known and length is also known, so I will just insert here toilet and lobby. It comes actually in the toilet and lobby area I will insert that calculation here. Okay, I will write it here. It is again two sides 1.5 and height of the wall is 4.18. okay, so that was not included. So now we will go for deduction. Now in deduction, if you remember, there were some clauses which we had discussed in class in modes of measurement. If plastering the width, if the deduction of the plastering, suppose the opening is less than 0.5 meter square, you are not supposed to deduct or add for any plaster work, right? If the plastering area and the deduction done for that opening area varies from 0.5 to 3 meters square, if that opening in that plastering is 0.5 to 3 meters square, then only one side of the plaster to be deducted. You remember that? And if it is more than 3 meters square, then you have to deduct, okay, whatever is deduction is there, you have to deduct for that, and also you have to add for all the soffits, then sides of that opening. Okay, so all those calculations we had discussed that in detail before. I hope you remember. The same concept we are going to use here. Now the only point is, now here this external door or this external windows, whether internal plastering to be deducted or external plastering to be deducted. So according to my understanding, okay, what I feel and what we should do, according to that you will agree to me. Since this window is on the external side, what is to be done is, this sides of the window and the soffit and the seal level, okay, of the window is exposed to external weather. So we have to see that the external plaster is retained. External plaster is 18 mm thick, whereas internal plaster is 12 mm thick, right? We had also discussed that time why it is so and why the finish of the external plaster is rough. Okay, you have to open your notes and read it for more understanding. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to retain external plaster. That means when we are going to calculate external plaster, no deduction is to be done. So all the deductions, one side means depending on the criteria, it falls into one side deduction. If there, then we have to deduct internal plastering. Am I right? Okay, so let us do that. Now we have a chart, schedule of doors and windows. Let us find out if it falls in the said category. So D1 2.2 into 1.1, so it falls in second category. That means only one side deduction is to be done, but no deduction, no addition for the sides, for the soffit and for the seal of the okay, so we don't have seal for door, so sides and soffit of the lintel. Okay, sides of the door and soffit of the lintel, what I mean to say. So only one side. So D1, how many doors are coming into way? Only one door and one side deduction. So what I can write is length, okay, width will be dash, this will be 2.2, okay, this will be minus sign. Okay, next is D3 door. D3 door is a toilet door. only one side deduction, because 0.8 into 2.2, this also varies from 0.5 to 3 meters range. So what we can do is only one side deduction, although this is internal, we can see both the sides. So what will happen is only one side deduction, so this deduction will be used for this sides. Okay, so D3 1 1.1 sorry 0.8 and 2.2, this will be minus sign again. D2 is again same category. D2 comes in this zone. Okay, but there are two D2. Okay, two types of door, two number of doors of same type. So what I will do is two numbers for that reason, and this will be I think 1, yeah, 1, and this will be 2.2 again with minus sign. Opening only one side, because that is also falling in the same category as that second type. So this will be 1, this will be again 1, this will be 2.2, this will be minus. Now the next thing, opening is done. Then window internal plastering only. What is the size of the window? 1.5 by 1.3. Okay, 1.95. So this also falls in the second category of deduction. So how many windows are there? 1, 2 and 3. 3 windows, only one side deduction. Then this will be 1.5, 1.3 minus. Ventilator is 0.6 by 0.8. This is 0.48, less than 0.5 square meter. So no deduction and no addition. So no deduction. Okay, so this will be 0. Understood? So this is how the deductions are done. Add all the items which we have calculated on the previous page, and then deduct for this and write the values in square meters. I'm just reminding you all in between that you have to enter in this abstract sheet. Now that you have calculated quantities for item number 19, you have to calculate this value and write here and enter the same value here. This into this will give you this amount. Okay, so similarly whatever you have completed, please simultaneously fill it, multiply and write, because a lot of calculations are there further.